Hello everyone! So we are on our last story from our summer series. If you remember, we have looked at creation, we've looked at Adam and Eve, we looked at the flood, Abraham and Isaac, and Jacob and Esau.
So last week we looked at Jacob and Esau, and this week we're carrying it on by looking at one of Jacob's sons called Joseph.
So for the very last time, let's go.
Jacob lived in the land of Canaan, and he got married and had 12 sons, and his youngest son, Joseph, was his favourite son. So he made him a multicoloured coat.
All of the brothers were a little bit jealous of Joseph and of his coat. Then Joseph had a strange dream, so his brothers disliked him even more.
"Brothers, listen to my dream," Joseph said proudly. "We were in a field tying bundles of wheat, but my bundle stood up and your bundles bowed down to mine."
"You think that you will be king?" Joseph's brothers asked angrily. Not long after, Joseph dreamed again that his family would bow down to him.
And one day, Joseph's brothers had had enough. They grabbed him, tore off his coat and threw him in a pit.
Then a group of traders passed by. "Let's sell Joseph to the traders," all of the brothers agreed.
And they sold him for 20 pieces of silver. The traders took Joseph to Egypt and sold him as a slave.
Joseph worked so hard in Egypt. God blessed everything that he did, and soon after, his master put him in charge of everything the master owned.
Then the master's wife lied about Joseph, so he was thrown in prison, even though it wasn't even his fault. But God was with him even there.
One night, the king of Egypt had two dreams. No one in Egypt could explain its meaning. Someone told the king that Joseph could explain those dreams, so the king sent for Joseph.
When Joseph heard these dreams, he told the king that God was trying to warn him. "There will be 7 years of plenty in Egypt, followed by 7 years of hunger," Joseph said.
"We should store up food during the years of plenty. Then everyone will have enough food during the famine."
So the king said, "Joseph, you are filled with God's Spirit, and you are so wise. I want you to be in charge of this food project."
The king gave Joseph the highest position on the land, next to the king. Everything that Joseph said would happen came true, and Egypt was the only land that saved food for the famine years. Hungry people came from all over the country to Egypt.
And one day, Joseph's brothers came all the way from Canaan to buy food. They didn't know that they would have to buy it from Joseph.
All of the brothers bowed down before the governor of Egypt, but they had no idea that it was Joseph.
But Joseph recognized his brothers, but he kept quiet until they visited again. Joseph forgave his brothers for what they did to him all that time ago, and he wanted to help them.
"Don't be afraid of me. God turned into good what you meant to be evil."
So Joseph helped his brothers and his family to move to Egypt, where they would have enough food. And he was reunited with his family again, leaving behind all that was bad that happened with his brothers.
And that is the end of all of our Genesis stories.
So that was 6 stories of the beginning of God's story.
And this is the end of our summer episodes. Next week we'll be back to our normal YCC Kids stuff.
But that also means that this is Lauren's last video with us. Aww. So we want to say a massive thank you and goodbye.
Bye.